present trend is greater isolationism and less cooperation, first in trade and then also in other fields. And what you see now is that the previous leader of globalization is now becoming the leader of the opposing forces to globalization. What is even more peculiar is that you see that the current US government is attacking its own allies. The current situation in which the basic trust between countries is being undermined, and again, not just between the US and China, and even if the US government now changes its policies, people are unlikely to trust it again the way they did before. Everybody, including the Americans, should realize good global connections serve the interests of everybody, and if globalization falls apart, everybody will suffer, including the Americans. Everybody are realizing the immense development of China, that it is becoming both economically and politically at least the equal of the United States, and that the future of humankind in the 21st century to a large extent depends on the type of relations between these two superpowers. And I think the worst thing for the world, for humankind, will be if they get into an arms race and into a kind of new Cold War, especially in fields like artificial intelligence. If there is an arms race in artificial intelligence, whoever wins the race, humankind will lose. Now, I don't think that every person or every politician needs a PhD in computer science or in biology. This is impossible. But you do need a basic understanding, because this is going to change the economy and society and our lives more than almost anything else. A lot of people say, including politicians, oh, AI is not such a big danger. They just don't understand what we are facing. Technology is never deterministic. You can use the same technology to create very different kinds of societies. It's not that AI determines a single future for humankind. You can build wonderful societies and you can build terrible societies. We still have a choice about it. But again, to make the right choice, we need global cooperation, because the only way to regulate AI effectively is through global cooperation. We need to remember that the current era of peace is not the result of some divine miracle. It is the result of humans making wise decisions. It takes a lot of wise people to cooperate to make peace, but sometimes it's enough to have just one fool in order to make war. And if humans start making unwise decisions, and if international cooperation deteriorates, then war can return, and an even worse form than ever before, especially nuclear war. But I do think that we need to realize that we are now, all humans, are part of a single civilization with a lot of internal conflicts, but also a lot of basic agreements. The three big problems of our era, nuclear war, climate change, and technological disruption, they cannot be solved by any single nation. They can be solved only through global cooperation.